All right, we're live. What's up, guys? Happy Wednesday. It's the Wednesday daytime stream. We're starting real late at 4:50. So what that means is only 1 hour for this daytime stream. We didn't start it early enough. It really got pushed forward because I was working on the other channel, the TheCardconomist channel. Man, it is really hard to try and do two channels. It kind of doesn't make sense. All right, now wait a second. Is this right? Hold on. Okay, good. So this is the updated menu. Perfect. Let's go get these keywords. Dooby-doo, dooby-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo. I came to see the stack of cash. Show it. That's fake cash. Those aren't real dollar bills. That is prop money. All right. So this is going to say live card shop. Hot breaks and new card sets. Hot breaks and what should I say for the title? I never know what to say for the title, to be honest with you. Today is kind of a generic day. Well, actually, if I was going to focus on what's happening in the channel, Lugia break close. Okay, Lugia break is close. What's hot? What's the set that everyone's buying at the moment? What was really selling last night? The vintage custom boosters. Vintage custom boosters are hot. Yep, people like those a lot. Pricing new slabs. Live card shop. That's what we're always doing. We're always pricing new slabs. All right, we have to save on that. Good. Yeah, the Lugia breaks close. All right. I just had a really unusual thing happen in our Discord server that I've never seen before. Somebody had like an internal Discord warning on their post that said that they were being investigated by like the FBI. Has anyone ever seen that before? I've never seen that before. Also, it looks like Discord went through a big update too. My Discord server looks very different. Okay, I got the grading completed on a Beckett submission. This Beckett submission only had my cards in it, and they all got 9.5s. So that's just a reminder, Beckett gradings are really tough. All right, cool. It's a meme where you can make subtext, it's a copy pasta. That's what I thought. LMAO, don't ban anyone. It's a meme. That's what I thought. That's what I told Mike Side. I told Mike Side it's probably from the copy paste. I told him there's no way that makes any sense. No one would reveal that they're doing an investigation on somebody. And so, but just to be safe, I nuked the politics channel. Ooh, is this almost done yet? This has got to be almost done. That's what I do. We nuke the politics channel a lot because we say a lot of controversial things in there. I got to sneeze already. Oh my God, dude. One whole month of sneezing. Oh my God, dude. Forget everything I was thinking about or doing. I cannot live with these sneezes, man. They're too powerful. Okay, we have a CASHAPP order for Ralph. Hello, Ralph. He sent $5 for shipping. That's kind of short. That's not the full price of shipping, Ralph. The full price of shipping is $9. Let me take a look into his shipment, though. Maybe he feels it should be $5 because it's a really tiny bag or something. Oh, my God. Now I got the sniffles so bad. Times 10 sniffles. Hey, look at this Lugia, man. He's at 18. That means there's only 9 spots left. He's going to finish. That card's going to finish. You guys are going to miss it. That's how it works sometimes. When it gets close to the end, sometimes they move shockingly fast. So if you were wondering if you had time on that one, not a lot of time. So Ralph is a guy with a bag that would start with an R. Is the menu updated already? Yes, it should be the menu update. Glory of Team Rocket, we have $295 booster box pre-sale. Please keep in mind that price considers a few things. There is a 10% tariff that's going to stay on Japan. So I know I'm paying 10% more on my boxes now. I have to pay PayPal fees, and additionally, I have to pay taxes when I actually make a profit on it. The prices are just really high. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, I pay taxes on the sale of the good. Okay, so normally when you check out on like Walmart.com or something, they charge you taxes when you check out. I don't do that. The taxes are built into the price. Okay, so keep all those things in mind, right? So if you're living with a 5 or 7% tax, if you subtract that from the price you're seeing on your screen, you get closer to the real price of what I'm charging. Looks like my computer restarted. Let me open up my calculator. Calc is short for calculator, by the way. All right, there we go. So yes, so keep that in mind. You see Gloria Team Rocket is $295. We got a pre-sale price right now. You can order that right now. We get hit by a 3% PayPal fee. That $295 also represents the after-tax price. So I'm the one paying the sales tax price for us. And then I got to make a profit. I want to make a little bit of money too. So all those things. All right. I know it looks ridiculously high because it is ridiculously high. That is a very high price. That is just how it is. Just using slang. That's right. Just using slang. Ralph, I'm not seeing a bag for Ralph. Ralph, are you here? I want to ship your stuff. What do you got, Ralph? Maybe he ordered a slab. Let me take a look into all of Ralph's orders. So we could do that by going over here and searching for Ralph. It says here on 8/24, Ralph sent $21 for Korean 3 151 and 3 Eevee Heroes. Huh, you weren't in the box. Maybe you're in this box. Hold on. No, I don't see a Ralph at all. Did you potentially donate it? I apologize, Ralph. I'm not seeing it. Could you have donated these? Or could they have perhaps not even been hits? Said you ordered $21 for Korean, 151, and Eevee Heroes and Blue Sky. Weird. I did not see it. That is a very small bag. Could you have donated it? Sometimes when people have very small bags, they choose to make a donation. What's this? Reed Watson. He sent me $5 for shipping. I don't see a bag to ship for you. It would just say Ralph on it, huh? Nothing else? Could you have gone by another name? I don't see it. Ralph needs to contact me and talk to me about it a little bit. Let's go ahead and create him a store credit card of $5. Mister's donating people's bags. No, that doesn't make any sense here because the bag is not a year old. There it is. I'm looking for AOT graded, but doesn't have to be. I didn't see any on Discord. Hello, Tim. Did you talk to me in Discord? We have Attack on Titan booster boxes. They're very cheap, by the way. Like this. I think I'm running out of them, but I'm not sure. So this is Attack on Titan Final Season Weiss Schwartz. Here it is. And I think they're like $3 a pack. It's a liquidation price, so I'm just giving up my Attack on Titans. All right. My solo leveling card was one of the top 3. Nice, dude. So awesome. That's great to hear. We pull a lot of top pulls on this channel because we open so much. So eventually someone pulls the top pull. We have an order, William Ogilvy, 70 for my Sabaway. All right, William. Welcome to the Wednesday daytime stream, everybody. William Ogilvy. This goes to $125. 2 packs of English, 151. English 151. Here it is. Oh, right. We were getting an offer for some English 151 from Mr. Jonathan Morris. Here it is. I never sorted that out. I've like this list of things to do, and I'm like super behind, dude. Here it is. Poo-poo-choo, Alakazam. All right. Miss Alexis could not make it in today. Here it is. So no shipping went out. It'll be going out on Friday instead. Friday shipping. Did you hear back from the guy that owes you Terra Festival? He said yes. He says they're still planning on shipping it to me, and that he wants to work something out with me on some that he was not actually able to acquire, I guess. He wants to give me like a store credit for them and then apply that money toward like a new set that's coming out. It seems like he's being, you know, like he's not trying to mess around or anything. Maybe he's just too busy for me or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm a small fry to him. I think he's procrastinating like crazy. But he did mention that he had some product for me already and is making its way over to me. I think what he does, I never really paid too close attention to how he ships product, but I think the way he does it, he ships large amounts of product to U.S. card shops, and then he asks those card shops to forward it to me. I think that's how he does his business. So I don't think he ships directly to me. He ships like pallets out to different card shops, and then he says, hey, see those 2 cases on that pallet? That goes to this other guy. Ship that for me. And the card shops go, okay. But I'm not sure if that's exactly how it works, but that's how he made it sound like it was working. Did you need a new bag? You might need a new bag. That's also an expired bag back there. William Ogilvy. I may need a new bag. All right, here we are. We have a new break right here. It's a 2-person break. That is the trainer battle symbol up there, right? Like in the video game, the exclamation point. You can work on your scorecard. We might go back to real scorecards. We might go back to real scorecards where you can see how many of the breaks you won versus how many of the breaks you lost. Here it is. Did you see the guy get scammed because of some milkers and have her a discount on a Journey Together case? Whoa, what are you talking about? You mean like some guy pretended to be a woman with like AI or something like that, and then asked for a discount and showed her boobs, and it worked? Is that what you're saying? What are you saying? Some milkers and have her a discount on Journey Together case. That's insane if it was AI. No, an actual woman. I'm not following. You have to describe in more detail. All right, so let's see what's next. It's not a scam if a guy's getting something in return. She was going to start a rip and ship for him, and he fell for it. So what? He was going to buy like a case of cards from her? You got to describe what actually happened. I'm not following. There's not enough information. He didn't get any money. All right, there's no orders in the queue. Okay, so yeah, what do we got over here? We got some cards over here, right? These are the current trainer cards for the Poke Battles, but I think we might change it back to the old style where we keep track of which ones, how many of the breaks you have succeeded at versus how many you have lost. I kind of missed that system because there was something fun about seeing yourself go positive and versus going negative, where it's kind of like that's exciting in a different way, where it's like, oh, I'm going to catch back up. Why did Discord get shut down? Discord? What do you mean by shut down? I had to log back into Discord when I got on it today. And when I logged back in, the whole website looked totally different. It went through a gigantic graphical, it was obviously a big UI change, but it seems everything's fine. So yeah, there's definitely some big update to Discord today. I would be so negative, Mr. LMAO. Wasn't a scam, just dumb guy giving away product before he gets paid. Oh, I see. She owes him $1,200. It's me, mister. You're high roller. Hey, it's Joey Albrecht. What's up, man? Joey Albrecht. the Discord isn't shut down. He just never updated his phone, says Joseph Albrecht. That's right. Our Discord is open and working. Didn't your market get closed? Oh, he's talking about Pokestan Marketplace. That got shut down like half a year ago. It was basically a business decision. I didn't want to have to keep advertising it. You know, advertisements are a thing that kind of costs. There's like a social cost to doing advertisements. And I decided I didn't want to advertise a marketplace. Basically, it worked like this. People would join. They'd pay a little fee. It was a monthly fee. And I used the money from the monthly fee to do a giveaway. And then you could go in there and sell cards all day long. But here was the problem. People were posting cards for sale, and the Discord server wasn't actually that active. There weren't that many people in it. And we would have trouble with like the bots and stuff. The bots would break. You'd have to moderate the whole Discord server. You know, it was kind of like this extra work we were doing. And ultimately, there just wasn't enough activity over there to make me feel like, okay, this is where I'm going to put my time and my effort. I'm going to focus real hard and develop a Discord marketplace. You know, I felt like that's not what I specialize in. I'm one person running this card shop. I need to focus on the card shop. I need to focus on the live stream. So it was like a service that was pulling me away from my main job, and I felt like it didn't make sense. So I decided we would shut it down because I didn't want it to just kind of stay open and be kind of crappy and have all these guys paying me money to be in there. That didn't feel right. So I decided, you know, it's kind of like telling them, end your $5 a month subscription fee. I think it was $6 a month. Maybe if I hadn't done the giveaways, maybe if I had just collected the money and put it in my pocket, I'd have been more incentivized to keep it running. I don't know. Did your card grading get shut down? Cardconomist grading? No, it is very much alive. It is on the menu right now. I think it's under the extended menu, but it's way, way more expensive. And that is to significantly reduce demand. So what is it? TCC grading. Let me hit enter on this. There you go. TCC grading. Regular grading, $40. There it is. So you can have your card TCC graded for $40. The wait time's pretty bad, and it just costs way more. Why are we doing that? Because I do the encapsulation myself now. So it's just much slower now. But, you know, I'm talking to a guy named Cameron. He's potentially going to be taking Alexis's position when she moves to California. And so it's a new start. If he joins, he might be interested in encapsulations. I kind of focus all my time into the live stream. I realize that's where I really deserve to be. I should be here. This is what I specialize in. I got a big mouth. I talk a lot. This is what I specialize in. So for TCC grading to get running and running well, we need to get a guy doing encapsulations. Pause all tariffs except for China. It's insane. The S&P soared 450 points. Yeah, people are saying that it's market manipulation, right? That Trump's friends were probably told, hey, I'm about to repeal the tariffs. He didn't actually repeal them, though. You notice that? They're only paused for 90 days. They might go right back on then. So I feel like the market might have overreacted by buying back in. There's a lot of pressure to buy back in. So I actually sold out when the market had recovered about 8%. I had $8,000 in the market at that point. So I'm back to all cash, and I made like $800. And so I sold out, and I'm just going to stay out because take a look at the market. China's still getting this huge tariff, and it's just tit for tat, and we don't know where that ends because China might come back and say, oh, you raised it to 130? Okay, we're going to raise ours by 30% now. So you don't know. China might just keep going. It's a game of chicken. That's why a trade war sucks, because it's a game of chicken. I think the EU sounded like they were interested in joining China and doing reciprocal tariffs. And then Canada as well. Canada, they were doing reciprocal tariffs. So it's not all rosy. When I saw the stock market go up that much, I did not feel that was correct. I felt that was actually too high, and I'm back to cash. I had been buying into the stock market a couple thousand per day to try and bring my account up while it was going down. And it did this big recovery today, and I just sold out, and I'm going to stay out. It just doesn't feel right. There's just something that doesn't feel right about it. Like, he only paused it. There's still a 10% tariff on all countries. He's getting negotiations, and maybe that's a good thing. But China's our main trading partner, I believe. It's China. We get all our product from them. Not all of it, but a lot of it, right? So, yeah, right now I'm still pretty negative, skeptical on the market, and maybe I miss out if it keeps going up. But how's it going to go up from 10%? It just doesn't make sense. So if it goes sideways, If the stock market goes sideways, my prediction is it actually falls back down a couple percentage points until more news is released. And I think the stock market recovered too hard today. It's just people riding the wave. That's what it is. People will probably jump back out, but I could be wrong there. It's never good to try and, I'm talking like I'm some kind of day trader. And by the way, this is not financial advice, but you can see I sold out, and then how the market's looking. Are they still going up? Okay, so it looks like Vanguard S&P 500 ETF is up 9%. I sold out at one point on the way up, and I wonder if it just keeps going up or if it crashes, because I don't see how it can recover in full. That doesn't make sense to me. It's not, in my opinion, the tariffs are still not looking good. So it doesn't make sense to me. All right, enough market talk. Let's talk about the orders in the queue. It is still down overall. It is true. It is still down overall, but I think the recovery was too high. The biggest trading partner is China, and they're not backing down, and so we don't know where that ends. All right, Colton Pinder, 2 vintage packs, 1 spot in the Mewtwo break. Hell yeah, dude. There's our Mewtwo break. It's a nice short break. Thoughts on Nintendo GameCube coming to the Nintendo Switch? Yeah, like an emulator, right? But you have to pay for it. You have to pay in order to play that emulator. I put you down as Spinder. You have to pay for their internet or something like that, right? I don't remember. But they're very slow with this stuff. Like, for example, why can't I play Pokemon Red on the Switch? I want to play Pokemon Red. I want to play Pokemon Silver. I can't do that, so I have to go get an emulator. Or I have to go buy the original Game Boy and the original game, which is, I don't know, it's okay, I guess. Here it is. So, this is going into the Mewtwo. They're very slow with this stuff. I don't know why they're so slow with it. I feel like they just leave themselves open to getting, a lot of money lost while people buy, from the secondhand market, or they buy these Chinese miniature Game Boys that are fake, but they emulate, or just people emulating on their PC. Big fan. Looks like business is slowing down for you. That's a great question. No, business is fantastic. Actually, I was talking about this yesterday. I was talking about how business is actually up. Here it is. It's weird because the views have not been very good for the last couple days, but the sales have been very good. And we've been live. We go live twice, right? So you have to be able to add all the sales together from the daytime stream and the nighttime stream, and it's pretty significant. I would say we're right in between 2 major releases. Prismatic, which is just continue to sell. We sold I guess it's 13 cases of Prismatic. And today I picked up $11,000 of Team Rocket product. We got Glory of Team Rocket. I just did another wave of that. And the Destined Rivals. I bought my first round of Destined Rivals. It was like 7,000. So it was pretty ridiculous. And we're waiting for all of our submissions to come back. I got a problem right now where I don't have enough slabs. All my slabs sold out. So, we got slabs, but it's all this weird stuff, right? Like Pelipper, Lantern, Squall. Somebody eventually buys this stuff, like a Lantern fan, a Pelipper fan, but they don't sell they don't sell super fast. They have a slower turnaround. Or like this one, Charmander's actually pretty good, but he's a 9. Or how about this Torchic from Ruby Sapphire? He's really nice. He's a reverse hollow Torchic. He's popular, but he's a CGC 10. So we got lots of slabs like this, but the maybe like the S rank, A rank slabs, they're all sold out. So I'm out of slabs. The custom vintage packs keep selling through. Yeah, we're doing actually quite good. We had a bad week like 2 weeks ago, though. This week has been very good. 2 years ago, there were more viewers and consistent orders. Other YouTubers have numbers rising. How we going to grow more? Haha. So I would say probably about 2 years ago, which would have been 2023, I would say there was less competition overall. I think each year the competition gets pretty rough. There's a lot of competition. And not just that, but buyers are very savvy. And so they're pickier. Maybe they want to start their own rip and ship. Maybe they just want to buy online. But you got to remember, we're actually about halfway into April. And this is kind of the wind down time for the cards. Every year around May and June, Pokemon card demand pretty much plummets. And I complain about it every year. and I got charts that can show you this exact thing happening every year. What happens is everyone spends their tax returns heading up to April, and then once they're all out of tax returns, the summertime arrives and people just buy less cards. But I would anticipate a lot of heavy sales around the release of the Rocket set. So we're going to see an increase in sales then. And right now, like I said, I don't think I normally see you in our chat room, but if you're watching, we're getting like lots and lots of sales. So if you're thinking sales are down, you're actually not correct. Sales are doing very well right now. All right, here's Joey Albrecht, 5 hollow shuffles. You got it, Mr. Joey Albrecht. All right. PSA also had a recent fiasco with fake signatures. You ready? Here we go. Let's see. Pelipper's not the strongest Pokemon. Gloom is the stronger Pokemon. We got 1, 2, 3, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't forget the packs. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't think I did Colton Pinder's packs, guys. Give me a second. Colton Pinder, we got to get his packs. I was distracted by the conversation. 2 vintage packs. Here you go. Yeah, I just finished restocking these because we sold out of them for a second time. There we are. Mister forgot the vintage packs. We need them stimmy packs. A 1, 2, 3. All right. And a 1, a 2. Mr. Stay making sales, brother. Yeah, we're doing all right. I'm pretty happy with our group. Here it is. Erica's perfume. I think we have more of an adult group. Ooh, look at that, Doug Trail. We have more of an adult group. I think we have a very specific niche group. Here's Water Energy, Mysterious Fossil. Here's Togetic. You know, for example, like I'll get into politics. I think that probably scares some people off. They don't want to listen to politics. But we'll talk about politics over here. We'll talk about anything. So I think that this kind of makes our audience more specific to that kind of content. But also our start time. Like, I think the ideal start time for the stream is probably 8 p.m. But I start at like 1:30 a.m. So we start at this ridiculous time. So we get a nice chunk of people in the daytime stream, but that's only an hour long. We don't run the daytime stream for like 2 or 3 or 4 hours, which if we did, maybe that would create a certain different experience in the daytime stream. You know, because the longer a stream goes on, the more time you have to build up an audience. But we do a very short daytime stream of about 1 hour, sometimes like an hour and a half. And then the nighttime stream starts at this difficult 1:30 a.m. and we'll talk about things like politics. So, you know, I think we're getting about it what you'd expect probably for our audience. Here we are. You talk about politics without being afraid is why I subscribed and started watching the streams. Yeah, and so we'll probably end up with an audience like that. But, you know, Pokemon card audience might not all like that. So, you know, you'll galvanize some of the could have been or would have been audience. Here's Colton Pinder. Here you go, Colton. All right. Very nice. Isn't Mr. your favorite PokeTuber? How long is today's stream? Today's stream, the daytime stream, is just about 1 hour. Yeah, it's actually a pretty short stream. We are? All right. Very nice. Now, we're going to scroll back down over here. Everything I know about politics is literally from you. Here's Joey Albrecht. All right, ooh, starting out with the Hydreigon. It's a weird thing, you know. It's kind of a hybrid thing, I guess. It's at my leisure, I suppose you could say. It's something that, let's say Alexis was running the stream for me, and she held a particular set of political views strongly, and she wanted to talk about that a lot. I'd probably be like, you know what, just focus on the cards, right? So that's probably what I would say. So it's sort of a at my own cost, at my own leisure kind of thing to talk about politics. But I would expect, because of the nature of politics being so severe, you know, if I say something someone doesn't agree with, they're probably not going to hang around too long. Market doing better today. Yeah, the big jump. I sold out. After it got up to about 8%, I was like, no way. So I got back out. I am all cash again. Let's see, Hydreigon. I had bought in by about 8,000 over the days leading up to today. It's too bad I didn't buy in at like $100,000 or something like that, because that would have been really nice. All right, here's Hydreigon. Oops. Preach, Silver Ranger. Only the strong survive. Oh, yeah. Here we go. All right. We also suspect we have problems where I post too much content, and this messes up our pings, our live stream pings. So we think we have that problem as well. So like if we post multiple shorts and this pings the server or the YouTube channel multiple times, and then we go live, people will come in and they'll say, we didn't get a YouTube live notification. So we've been trying to figure that out for a little while now. We started a new YouTube channel, so we have a secondary YouTube channel. We're thinking about making that the Clips channel if we can grow it fast enough. And then if we do that, this channel will pretty much only be the live streams. So 2 channels, one for clips, one for live streams. But the other channels, it's a baby channel. So we're just starting on that. I've been watching Mistress since I was like 16, since Monster Hunter Worlds. Damn, dude. That's a long time ago. When are you getting Magic the Gathering Tarkir? That is on the way. Yes, we have that on the way very soon. Okay, let's see. Here's Bill Barron, a spot in the Lugia. I'd say the thing we do that really stands out is actually these breaks. Bill Barron. Here you go, Bill. Time for Wilds and Whiskey. Nothing more fun than drinking and hunting monsters. All right. Ta-da. So let's grab this. Ta-da. The bag. Ta-da. Let's count this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, up to 19. You forgot the rest of my order. I think I'm like fully distracted today. I've now missed part of 2 orders. Let's focus on the orders. Here we go. So that's 19 now. And let's scroll back and get the rest of Joey Albrecht's order. 3 Final Fantasy Legacy. Spit on that thing. All right. And spit on that thing. Whatever happened to her? She's missing now. Yeah, it smells really good in here. Karis is cooking some chicken. Okay. All right. Tarkir in the running for the best Magic set of 2025. 1, 2, 3. Beep. Is it really? Serialized cards in Tarkir. All right, Joseph Albrecht. Snip this. Okay. Oops. Tossing this away. Here's Aldo. Look at that, Aldo. She came back after sleeping for like a month. SEC investigated the pump and dump at no charges. What? She came back after sleeping for like a month? I didn't understand that message at all. Innistrad Remastered, the worst, but that's not saying much because that set's still really good. Here's Merlewib. Merlewib. Who's the Hawk Tour girl? You were talking about the Hawk Tour girl. That's who you were talking about. All right, Joseph Albrecht. No charges. Dang, dude. Wonder how much money she has. Is the Hawk Tua coin still doing badly? I'm paying for the next order with Hawk Tua coin. I don't know if there's any chance for that brand to have a comeback, because for it to have a comeback, I imagine she would have to be more active online. No charges. She got lucky. She's for the streets. All right, there it is. I made $37 off Hawk Tua. I heard some people lost some serious money on Hawk Tua. Here's Luke Laurie back again to Star Wars Galaxy Fates Collide. Are you buying into the Fates Collide break? Here we are. Oh ho! The Fates Collide break. There it is. It only gets more expensive over time. I bet her father is so proud. He might be. Because she might be a multimillionaire. Fates Collide break. 6A Akashi Triangle. All right, I don't know if this adds up properly, Luke Laurie. Let me take another look into this. I'm not sure if this is adding up. So where's that Star Wars? So the Star Wars Topps Chrome. Yeah, something's not right. The Star Wars Topps Chrome is a $22 item. Fates Collide Break is a $48 item. Did you send a second payment in? I think this is not right. Let me go ahead and add your order up for you real fast. a shiny Embryon appeared. So it'd be 22 plus 22 plus 48 plus 6 Ayakashi. Ayakashi are probably like $5, right? Let's see. Ayakashi under Weiss. I meant the Galaxy 1 packs. Galaxy 1 pack. Oh, the Galaxy 1 packs. There we go. Yeah, that's a that's an important distinction. Okay. Galaxy 1 packs, $5. Now it makes sense. All right. Very good. Mommy, there's something under the bed. Can you check? Okay, sweetie, looks under the bed. Is tariffs? No. No. All right, let's grab. Are we needing a fresh box of Star Wars Galaxy? Oh, looks like we need a fresh box of Star Wars Galaxy. All right, give me a second here. Let's see. Star Wars Galaxy. I know I have some. Is it over here on this side? Maybe it's over here on this side. I thought it was in this room. I thought I was keeping it in this room. Ow. Ah, yeah, here it is. This Star Wars Galaxy is cool because it comes straight out of a sealed case. How cool is that? Here we are. Grab her by the tariff. Oh my God. All right. Throw that away. Oops. Okay, just like that. Very nice. So that's a fresh box. Lovely. Back to this order. So 2 Star Wars Galaxy. There we go. And 6 Ayakashis. Where are my Ayakashis? Nowadays, we have so many sets. It's crazy. I can't keep up with it all. Might need a new box of the Ayakashi Triangle. It looks like we need a new box. Ah, here it is. Found it. Looks like we will ultimately need a new box. That one waifu set, right? Yes. I wish it was Friday already. You wish it was Friday? All right, here we are. Whoa, it's getting hot back here, man. It's warming up out here. Okay, that means hot pulls. Wednesday is an odd payday. Ready? Nintendo Switch 2 game prices are terrific. I think the price is too low. Obviously, Nintendo needs to raise the price again. Please, Nintendo. Yes, Daddy. More. All right, here goes. People don't like that $90 price tag. It's software, you know. They could lower the price. It's software. It is, but I don't know. It's a curious thing. Maybe they were expecting to be able to raise the price because of all the inflation. I'm not sure. You know, if everything else went up in price by about 50%, why shouldn't a game go up in price that much? Ooh. That's a nice pull. This is the Sexy Leia card. I recommend grading it. Bro, Mr. about to have the Nintendo Ninjas on his ass. Here we are. All right. Okay. Nintendo has some really big fans. Did you hear that they're getting the Nintendo much cheaper in Japan and that the high prices are just for the international version of the product? Nintendo says either toilet paper or a Switch. Nintendo should give me $50 games. I'm pissed. Yeah? Here we are. Ooh. I'm a Nintendo fan, I will admit. I mean, so if it was a $90 game, but it felt like I was getting $90 of value, I guess that's okay. Maybe traditionally Nintendo games have always felt kind of like cheaper, chintzier kid games, you know? All right. Very nice. I think they have to have something that justifies that price tag. The yen is weak right now. It's pretty standard when you look at conversion rates. The console prices are horrendous. Does that mean Nintendo Switch 2 is a bougie console now? Yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think do you think it'll be like the Nintendo Wii U? Remember, Nintendo Wii U was a disaster. It is. Okay. Oh, she's angry. Very nice. I feel like I got $60 worth out of Super Mario Wonder. Great game. All right. Nintendo thinks we're all rolling in money. Wii U should have had more exclusives. Yeah, the Switch does have that Soulsborne game coming up. That's a pretty big seller. That's a console mover right there. It's kind of interesting because usually when a Switch game launches, it comes out with like a Smash Brothers or a Zelda or something like that. Coming out with the Soulsborne game, that's really, really interesting. Exclusive Soulsborne game. Okay, Luke, thank you so much. You got this lovely Leia card, and you got this Ayakashi full art. Okay, not bad. You got your spot in the Fates Collide break. Kind of interesting you did that. You bought the spot there because I was going to offer a... Oops, that's LaFlame. Here's your bag. I was going to offer a Fates Collide two-person break, battle break, whatever you want to call it, like this. I think I put it over here, didn't I? All right, here it is. In case two people wanted to battle over a Fates Collide pack. Yeah, it's a battle break. So what's half of 58? 25 plus 4, 29. So there we go. The reason for this would be to give people a chance to see what's in a pack of Fates Collide. Did the Beedrill battle go off? Beedrill? I feel like that one went off a long time ago. Was there a Beedrill? There's a Weedle still. All right, so here's an order from NHCC. Jump me in that Lugia break. All right, Lugia break it is. Hope you had a blessed day. Thanks, man. All right, NHCC. Finished the Lugia break. Worked way harder on Callie's credit. Hers is the 800s. I always felt the Wii U had a lot of potential. Maybe it was ahead of its time. Here we are. It was a touchscreen, stylus, internet, etc. Okay. The surge of sales of handheld PCs. Man, those little Chinese knockoff Game Boys. I see them for sale all the time. They're always trying to sell those. They're like, you'll play 150 Game Boy games. And it's like, wow, how's that not theft? Just started collecting Crystal Guardian 10s. Pray for my wallet. You got no chance. We have one of those right here, don't we? So if you need a Pelipper, we got a Pelipper Pop 13. Okay. Crystal Guardians. Great set. It's the Charizard you're not going to be able to collect. The Charizards are really expensive. Jigglypuff. Slack off. Look at that, slack off. Slack on, slack off. Here's Electric Battle. Mister said you got no chance. Yeah, that's a pricey card, man. The Charizard. Yeah, I have no chance on the cherry. Those knockoff consoles do pirate all the games they have on them, but that's self-explanatory. Yeah, it's basically like a pirating, Game Boy, fake Game Boy product, and it just seems sort of like, shouldn't there be some kind of law or rule saying you can't do that? It's weird. I believe strongly in private property, and so, if Nintendo says, I don't want you stealing my content and selling it for a bunch of money, that to me just makes total common sense. But you see those knockoff Game Boys just everywhere, man. All right, let's see. I'm a pirate, says Mr. Asmer. Hey, what's up, Asmer? I bought an Asus ROG Ally X, and it's the best gaming device I've ever owned. So here's a two-person break for Fates Collide if you guys want to work on your scorecard. Let's go ahead and grab some more slabs. Ooh. These are all really expensive. I think we grabbed these last night. I tell you what, let's rotate the slabs we have on the table. So he's going to go out. He's going to go out. This is fine. This is fine. The South Park card. Okay, let's take a picture. Okay. All slabs April. Very nice. Good. They got Street Fighter, Tekken, all the good games. Taking these, moving them down. Nintendo isn't providing ways to buy the older games besides the highly overpriced secondhand market. Yeah, and we started the conversation out talking about that because that doesn't even make sense to me. When you have to go out and buy an original Game Boy and you have to go out and buy an original copy of Pokemon Red, Nintendo doesn't profit from that. So, yeah, they're just leaving money on the table. I don't get it. I don't know why they do that. Here's a Pupitar 10. Here's a Huiru. And here is Electabuzz. So the news today, we have this Lugia coming very close to the end with 7 spots. All right, there's no orders in the queue. It's the daytime stream for Wednesday. If you guys would like to place a card in the Pokepot, let me know. The Pokepot, getting fat. So the Pokepot, you donate a card, and then you also get a roll of dice to see if you take all the cards. That's it. You don't have to spend any money. You're just donating a Pokemon card. I have an Ash Mister. What? Art box sticker. Yeah? Nice. Just buy a modded system with all the old games on it, says Brian. I will 100% be replaying Scarlet Violet on the Switch too. Really? You like Scarlet Violet that much? I didn't like it that much. You can put it in the Pokepot. Oh, right. What's the name on the bag? Something with a D, right? David Smith, I think. Okay, here's an Ash. All right, there you go. Boy, it's hard to memorize everyone's names. You're in. Let's see what happens. Could I donate a card if I have a duplicate in my bag? The bag is Blowlock. Yeah, you can do that. All right, you got 5, 6, 1, and 3. Mr. Blowlock. Shane Blowlock with the SH. You're going to be over here. Let's see what you got, Shane. That's a really small bag. I can donate the promo if you'd like. I mean, I can donate either of these two things if you'd like to donate. If I were you, I'd just keep them, though. Yeah, I don't think you got enough to donate. It will be better when it actually runs good. The Manta Ray plus Patrick meme on the issue still works to this day. So much lost media on the 3DS. I'll put that back. Yeah, keep for now. No worries. No worries. We are 7 spots away from the end of the Lugia break. If you are a viewer and you've never participated in a break, here's a chance to join the Lugia break and lose $40. I'll put this over here. The Pokepot gets another card fatter. I will keep adding an art box sticker to the pot for everyone. Oh, that's nice, man. All right. Yeah, it is sort of just a way to make a donation. Here's a Zubat, a really lovely card. Yeah, we're having a problem. We're out of slabs, man. This Golbat could go in the Poke Shuffle. I mean, he's a nice card, but he's got to go in with 20 or 80 divided by 5. What's that? What's 80 divided by 5? Well, 12 is 60. And so 5 over to 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. All right. Am I doing that math wrong? No, 16, right? There it is. All right. Okay. So this will say number 31, Golbat, 10. And this is a hip pull. It actually adds a lot of cards to the box. We're out of slabs. We're not out. We're just low on the chase slabs. You know, like Charizard this, Gengar that, Lugia this, Umbreon that. There we are. People were exploring the classic collection last night. I'm tempted to turn the classic collection around to the old style, where it was like $3 per card, but you had a chance for an energy or a trainer to be pulled. Can I try the Pokepot again? So Silver Ranger. As many times as you'd like, in fact. What's your bag name? It's a nice ride-on for 60 bucks. Pricey, though, isn't it? Mr. Razorleaf Storm. Seeing double CC everywhere today. Sergio A2. I'm starting a Mew slab collection, are you? Okay, Sergio A2, let's find your bag. So, let's see what you got. We can definitely donate that Togekiss right there. So Togekiss it is. Ba-doop. Mr. Sergio. Okay. That's going to roll 4161. All right. Togekiss stays in the pot. Yeah, that's kind of fun. This is what I envisioned with the Pokepot. I envisioned it getting really fat one day, turning into a whole thing. I think it was too easy to roll 3 of a kind. Ooh, the Jungle Break. You know, the Jungle Break only has 6 spots left. These vintage breaks have not been moving like they used to in the past. They've kind of slowed down. I wonder what it is people have been preferring. Here's Murkrow. I think it's been stuff like the custom vintage packs, the Poke Shuffles, the breaks. So definitely some attention has shifted around on the channel. The Zubat. These vintage Sky Rich cards are beautiful, man. Perfect for the live customs eventually. All right. Those would be really fun to pull. 4 of a kind is a bit too high, says Brandon. I don't think so. I think 4 of a kind's just right. I think 4 of a kind's just right, personally. Take a picture of these. Oops. You stay there. Okay, let's take a picture. Okay. All right. I like the vending Zubat. It's a very cool card. Okay. We had a break move last night. You guys might be interested in the Glory of Team Rocket break is now 2 out of 8. If you're interested in jumping in there, gives you a chance for a box of Glory of Team Rocket before it even gets released. That means you'll have like a pre-order card. Can we change Pokepot to Rocket Dungeon? Would you consider straights as a half pot winning option? 1, 2, 3, 4. That shouldn't have any better odds than just 4 of a kind. The only difference is it allows for more possible combinations. I was going to say maybe if you roll 3 of a kind, you still get something in return, maybe like your card back or the card from the back of the pot. So if you get all 4 of the same, you get to keep all the Pokepot. Yep, you get the whole Pokepot, 4 of a kind. All right, let's see. Yeah, pretty slow. We're having a pretty slow Wednesday today, huh? Let's see. I'm not surprised. The last 2 days were really insane, actually. Let's see. Ooh, some nice stuff here. There's that Gengar. We're going to bring that Gengar back down. Here's Politoed, Ekans, Down into the Depths, Lunatone, and Finn and Jake. The Finn and Jake needs an update. This card gets updated to definitely a different price. Let's see, there's one of these stickers. I'm willing to trade in stuff to get that Lugia break going. What? We are. Roll me for the pot. Let's bring this down to 70. I don't remember what you have, Brandon. There it is. All right. Mike's side says he'll take a shot. You should have plenty of stuff, Mike's side. So for you, it should be easy. Let's see. You got all this, man. Yeah. Okay, so let's grab a bag. How about a smaller bag that's easier to handle? Well, they're all fat. How about this bag? And this is all Star Wars. I'm going to take your good cards from you. I don't know what's considered good, actually, to tell you the truth. How about this bag? This bag's so full. Let's do this. Let's split it in half. That goes in there. And then let's find something in here, huh? Well, wow. I didn't know you had that. This is Mike's side, right? Ah, here we are. A Rongaroo. There you go. You got something. Some hollows here. Put these in the front. Let's see. Put these in the front. Klauf. There you go. You got Umbreon. I don't know if you want to donate a nice Umbreon like that, though. Okay. Put a Lord of the Rings. You want to give in a Lord of the Rings card, one of those square cut ones? We can do that. I'll discord you, mister. Let's see. Do you have some back here? What is that? Oh, that's Star Wars. All right, let's see. What's a real stinky one? Okay, I can't imagine this tree one's too popular. It's all about donating your junk for a little fun. That's all it is. That's all it is. That's all this Pokepot is. You donate junk, you have a little fun with your junk. All right. Okay, good luck. Did you send out the BGS grading? Not yet, not yet. We're getting very close to that, though. Here it is. We got 5, 4, 3, and 3. So the Lord of the Rings card stays in the box. Just like that. My Walmart has product. Now it's Lord of the Pokespot. Lord of the Pokespot. Wigglytuff. Lovely. Get a little fun with your junk. Yeah, there you go. This. Alakazam. Take one from my bag, says Ivan Rodriguez. All right, Mr. Ivan, I'll take a look at that. Shoop. So, Ivan, we can take Malamar. He's pretty much a junk card. Congrats on finding product. I bought 4 Shrouded Fable ETBs. I'd like to add all of my Weiss Siggy girls to the grading, please. Ooh, okay. So get some grading done. Let's go grab your stuff. We were partway through doing a big bag sort. You got a lot of bags. And then a pre-grade, too. Ready? So that is 2 6s, a 5, and a 3. Okay. All your girl cards, huh? let's see. Are these ones that I already pre-graded? Hold on, where did I put those? Those are over here. Three-sided dice would be better. Nah, it's going to stay 4. I think that's the right way to do it. I like this Tetra, by the way. Okay. It's a signature of a different type. Okay, so that's what we got so far. Let me go looking, because we got that witch card for you, too, somewhere. Oh, we got a Nathan Gordon order as well. We must have kept that witch card in the box. Who's this? Jennifer Yap. LaFlame. What's this? LaFlame hits. So I should have asked you and gotten an answer. Are we looking for ones that I never actually put into top loaders or semi-rigids? Oh, that's not a LaFlame box. That's just a box of hollow cards. So we must be actually kind of close to finishing your stuff then. B, B, C, B, B. Let's grab this. All right, that's all junk. So wait, are they up here then? Where did I place them? Let's see. Oh, they're up here. That's what's going on. Got it. All right. Okay. Oh, well, that's just one more then. So this is what I have so far for you. I've got these 3 girl cards. You wanted to send those off to BGS? Yeah, I don't know if you've ever thought about it. You could probably use some of the slabs you have over here with me to pay for stuff like that. You know that? You can use your cards like currency. Especially now that you got pictures on all your cards. Okay, let's see. All right. Adding straights or pairs or whatever with limited winnings would help keep it from overflow. We might do that if it reaches that point. I don't know. We'll put this back over here. So here's where we got Mr. LaFlame. And yeah, we might be able to work out some trades for your cards for getting these sent in and graded. All right. I think we talked a little bit about your poker cards. Maybe I would do something with those. All right. So 3, I'll send 120. Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. So now we have an order from... We're going to refresh that. The Nathan Gordon order. Click. Glory of Team Rocket Break and 12 Japanese Electric Pipichu. All right, so that's moving. And sent. Nice. So 12 Japanese Electric Breaker. Here it is. 12 of these. Very nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ooh, I can feel my body feels kind of low on the blood sugar. I didn't eat. What time is it? It's almost 6. Yeah, it's time to go eat for sure. All right, we'll snip in this. So LaFlame sending his grill cards to BGS. Good choice. That's what I would have done. I just got a round of BGS cards, just finished receiving their grade. They're not done encapsulating, but I know their grades now. All 9.5s. Whoosh. really rough. And these were all modern Japanese cards straight out of the pack that I opened myself because they were promos. And, yep, all 9.5. Rough, man. They are not messing around. BGS has always been really strict, though. That's why people preferred PSA. PSA was not as strict as BGS. That's what made them... There it is. That's what made them so fun to grade with. There we go. I did not know the pictures were the top pulls. Here's these Hydreigons. Speaking of Pikachu, we could pull one right now. Let's see what happens. Wait, I'm confused. Uh-oh, did I mix 2 boxes? Oh, is this Korean? This might be a Korean card. Oh, no. So wait, how did these get mixed? I must have found the packs laying down. I must have thrown them on top. I'm so stupid. Oh, no. Well, I'll just give you the Korean ones for free, I guess. That's a Japanese one. So you got 1 Korean pack. How many of these are Korean packs? Maybe I should just take them. Here's, because I need some stuff to grade. Oh, that's really bad. Okay, you got Melodic out of the Korean packs. You take this as a gift, and it looks like I need a fresh box of the Electric Breaker. I must have seen those packs laying somewhere and just thought they were this same thing. We are? All right. That's racist. No. All right. Oh, here we are. No, we got more of the Japanese set. All right. Ow. I was going to have to go get a new box. We are? That's how it is over here. It's there's so much product. It's so dense over here. It is. I bet you what happened was the Korean box was almost empty, and I just wanted to clear up some space. So I probably just set it to the side, the packs. And then I found the packs lying over here, and then I said, oh, these must have fallen out of the Japanese box. Cold. Here's a hollow. And cold. There it is. Nathan Gordon. 12 packs of the Electric Breaker. How do you determine if you want to send a card in for grading? Well, value is part of the calculation. So a really expensive card should be sent in if it's expensive, no matter what it's going to grade. But the other calculation is, will it grade 10? So if a card is cheap and it won't grade 10, don't send it in. It's not worth it. It is Nathan Gordon. You kind of just have to go memorize all the values of the cards on the market to kind of know. Because if a card doesn't get a good grade, if it gets like a 9, and it's a card that's really, really unpopular or cheap, you're just going to waste all your money grading that card. But if you grade a card that's super duper duper popular or expensive, and that card gets a 9, well, then it's still worth it because somebody will buy that 9. So that basically explains it. I'm not racist. I'm just saying they look the same. What do you consider cheap? Ooh, I don't know. Well, there's kind of these thresholds, right? Like if a card gets a 9 and it still sells for $20, that's not bad. But some cards sell beneath that. But it's not just about whether it sells for 20 or not. It's about whether it does sell. So some cards, when they grade 9, they just never, ever, ever sell. No one wants them. There's also some other weird numbers, too. Like, let's say it's an expensive card that only does well as a 10. Well, then you want to be really strict and only send your 10s out. So, for example, I'm going to find one for you. Like, actually, this is not a bad example right here. Here's another example. So, see these 2 cards? If these were 10s, they'd be very easy to move. But it's 9s. Nobody wants to whip out almost $100 for them. Weird, right? Yeah, if those were 10s and this was like $300, it would sell. If this was a 10, it was like $300, $400, it would still have a chance to sell. But as 9s, 80 and 100, nobody wants to spend that kind of money on a 9. So it's a very interesting problem. All Asians look the same. I'm Asian. What? I'm Asian. Miss May just 212 is a beautiful card. I'm going to find one to submit. That looks perfect. Lugia break with the store credit. Since Mr. Blake jumping into Lugia break with the store credit. You got it, Blake. Here it is. All right. And we got to take care of Mr. LaFlame when that crypto shows up. Okay. This ticks down to 60. Okay. If nobody understands my YouTube name handle emoji, you'll understand now I'm Asian. All right. Good luck in there, Mr. Blake. Look at that. Now we're up to 94 viewers. But unfortunately, it's about time for me to go. That's what I was saying earlier. I was saying if the daytime stream ran for like 4 hours, we'd probably do better. Because as people learn to expect it to last that long, they show up, you know. But the daytime stream, despite how popular it is, we only run it for about an hour. Right now, we've been live for about an hour and 10 minutes. The Lugia, 6 spots away, is going to go off tonight. That is probably going to end tonight in the nighttime stream. That is very close. I just can't get into the Korean cards much. They're half English, half Japanese. I like them. They don't bother me. Well, but that's because I'll collect all the languages. So for me, language is not a barrier for collecting Pokemon cards. You know why? Because I know there's real people who love and speak that language. So like Portuguese, Spanish, Chinese, even the Russian cards, which I think look really strange and very interesting. Thai language, which is probably one of my favorites from an aesthetics point of view. There's Indonesian. Yeah, there's just all these different languages, and I'm down like a clown, Charlie Brown, for all of them. But what's interesting is how cheap the Korean ones are and how they closely follow the Japanese cards they release a little while later. So the Korean cards are in this sweet spot where they're like very, very affordable to open. They look of very high quality, and they're just a slightly different language, so... Luke Laurie, 4 Azure Lane. You got it. 4 Azure Lane, Volume 2, right? Because that's all we have left. We sold out of Azure Lane Volume 1. So let's go find that. Yeah, the language is not a problem for me. But that gets, that's like a mindset. You have to get used to that. Let's see. Because I think people initially just want to collect in their own language. I don't see an open box. I think I might make a new open box. All right. I pulled the Korean Rayquaza V-All card. I love that card. Yeah, I think when you pull the card and you see that it's really, really, really pretty, you go, all right, that's fine. Chinese cards are very nice. Some English text covers the art on certain cards. Just feels more personal to collect in your native language. That's fair. That's fair. I think of it as not just collecting, but also sort of like it's part of the collecting game. You know what I'm saying? So like ultimately, if I'm trying to collect like an English version of a card because I natively speak English. For example, Gold Star Gyarados, or beautiful red Gyarados, right? If I'm trying to collect that, and it's actually better for me to go collect 4 Korean Rayquazas because they're going to double in price faster than the Gyarados, I would just go buy the Rayquazas, knowing that one day I will have the Gyarados because I did well with the Rayquazas. See what I'm saying? So it's all part of, like, I don't care what language it is. I don't care what card it is. It doesn't matter to me. All I'm doing is just buying whatever card I think is best. Here it is. All right. If I think a card is underpriced, if I think a card... Like, what do I believe about CGC 10s? Do I think CGC 10s have the potential to go up over time? Here's a CGC 10, right? I do sell some CGC 10s. I got Gold Star Charizard, and I got Legendary Collection Charizard, and I got Legendary Collection Dragonites. We have one of our major breaks is that really beautiful Mew. So, and I actually have seen an improvement in price on my CGC 10s. So did the CGC 10s outperform the PSA 10s? They didn't do bad. For example, like I've got Legendary Collection Charizard, and that card takes forever to sell. But for whatever reason, because they're more affordable, the CGC 10 cards just seem to move faster, you know, because people actually have the money to buy them at the lower price range. Here's Luke Laurie. The only CGC slabs I like are Pristine 10. I think that would be true for modern cards with me. So if I'm going to buy a modern CGC card, it better be Pristine. But when it comes to the vintage cards, I will totally collect the gem mints like this. Look, doesn't bother me. It still says 10 on it. It's gem mint 10, Dragonite and Charizard, and 1.3. So I got this Dragonite for 1.3 thousand, and it says here I got the Charizard for 6.6 thousand on 923. There's one of these for sale online now for 12,000, and that's it. So he doubled in price faster. I know this sounds crazy, but he doubled in price faster than the PSA 10 equivalent. He just did. And why did that happen? Because it was a gamble. I placed a bet that the CGC 10s will go up faster than the PSAs because they're underappreciated. Because nobody wants them. Because everyone goes, oh, well, that's an experiment. That's There's no history behind it. It's risky. So you have to kind of evaluate the companies and say, what are the odds CGC sticks around? What are the odds they perform well over time? And then you have to cast your bet, basically. You have to bet on what you think happens next. So more of my same cash could have gone toward another PSA 10 Legendary Collection Charizard, or I could buy a CGC 10 Legendary Collection Charizard. I went with the CGC 10s. All right, that's Luke Laurie. Here you go, Luke. It's a gamble, kind of like the stock market. Kind of like saying, which horse do I think is going to do best in the race? And I think people tend to be so negative and so fearful that when sentiments change, maybe years later, you could see this really, really fast uptick in the value of the card. Okay, Luke Laurie, here you go. I think Taggart's going to be in the top 3 real soon. I don't know, top 4 maybe. But look, Beckett BGS, Black Label, how are you going to replace that? CGC is an NGC. I don't see NGC losing to, Tag. I just don't see it. Tag is cool for its own reasons, right? Like it's different, but I don't think it's going to be NGC. They've just got too much infrastructure. They've got too much talent. They got too much money. And then it's not impossible either, by the way. I'll mention that. And then PSA, they're just way ahead of everyone else. But, they've got the most to lose, so you never know. This is the nerdy stuff we talk about here. All right, I believe we have a Chensei Vong order. In my opinion, Tag is a future dead company. Dead company. Dead. Oh, here we are. We got the money from Mr. LaFlame. That has arrived. All right, and I'm actually going to go cash that out ahead of time because I am scared that the markets are very volatile right now. Okay. Okay. That was a $3.74 fee for $120. Pretty significant. All right. That's a lot of a fee. Guess you could say the heaviest fees come from crypto. There are. But then again, the way I look at it is maybe without crypto, we never would have made the sale at all. Okay, there we go. These other cards have been pre-graded, so I liked them. If you ever want to send these out, I would send these out to PSA or CGC. You could try BGS, but they might be really rough. That one's cool. Eevee, Dragapult. NGC does the coins, but they have a bunch of companies that do cards and comics and other stuff. Yeah, the coins is just the most famous thing for me, I think. I know they do comic books, too. They've been doing that a long time. But so they got the infrastructure. They got the talent. They got the money. That's why I like them. So we're going to put a B on these for Beckett. Okay, B for Beckett. All right. Maybe I better say BGS. I think before I send these all out, I'm going to say BGS on it so Beckett doesn't read it as grade B. There goes BGS. Yeah, I'll update all these holders to say BGS. I don't want them thinking I mean B as in the grade B. All right. Don't want to influence the outcome. We have Mr. Chensei Fong for the pre-grade on the Dan to Dan card. We do a lot of pre-grading. I'm very good at pre-grading. It's worth the $3 to have me look at your card before we send it out to grade. This one? No, that's not Dan to Dan. Ah, must be this one. That is an SP. I like the old CGC slabs that had the green labels. Well, the green labels meant something. I don't remember what green meant. There it is. Kingston Ball's here. Hello, Kingston Ball. Kingston, I hate to tell you this, but I'm getting ready to hop off and go have dinner. We're at the end of the daytime stream. All right, so the centering is fat on the bottom versus the top. But it's not so bad that you might not still get a 10 out of this. See that? So you can see it's... But I wouldn't go for black label. There's no point. No black label for this card. Okay, as usual, it looks really good otherwise. My hands are shaky. I need to go eat. I haven't eaten all day. My hands are getting shaky. All right. There you go. Where's the stamp on that? I think green signified OC or miscut. I know there was a color for cards that had been manipulated. I don't remember what color that was, but they had a color for cards that they were rejecting because they were manipulated. All right, there was a color for, it was called inked. All right, that's all the orders in the queue. I better wrap up here, guys. I need to go have a dinner or something. I like the blue label CGC. Yeah, I felt like the blue label was a good counter to the red label of PSA. And now that they have a black label, it looks more like SGC, and it's a bit boring almost. Yeah, maybe they'll change their labels around again one more time. CGC badly needs to bring back the perfect grade. Every company, in my opinion, should have a perfect grade. It shouldn't be called pristine. It should just be called what it is, perfect. And they should be offering maybe like an additional service where you check the card for perfect. So in case it's not very time efficient to check for perfect or not. But perfect grades, I think, are a very serious thing. They're a big business. People are very interested in perfect grades. Beckett is an important company because they check for this, and other companies do not, which is a big mistake. Beckett's got a monopoly on it. If Beckett didn't have that, I think Beckett would be struggling more, but because they got this big, chunky case. But yeah, SGC, they have their pristine grade, which is hard to get, and that's it. So yeah, I think Tag also does a pristine. Perfect. We don't want pristine. I want a perfect 10. Beckett calls it a black label, but you know what it means. It means perfect. All right, guys. A lot of fun hanging out with you guys in the daytime stream. Fun conversations, nice and light today. We'll be back on for the Wednesday nighttime stream, starting probably around 1 a.m. We start really late. Could be a little earlier, could be a little later than that. I'll see you guys then. See you later, everybody.